Welcome to the Fandom Foundry's podcast, all about the things that made our life better for the week of March. Let's see, what was the beginning of that week? It would probably be the week of March 9th plus 16th, because we're kind of doing this on a Thursday. So the week is not yet completed. So that's where we're at tonight. We're going to have fun talking about the things we ate, listened to, read, imbibed, and experienced. And I'm doing this all with my good friend, Matt Kiehl, infinite_rewind from Free Reeling It. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I am living and breathing this Philadelphia freedom. I don't know the rest of that song by Elton John.
I was going to say, is that like your favorite Elton John song? Kind of like Crocodile Rock is everybody's favorite?
No, it's not. But like, I've always had like a weird love for that song. Yes. Like even before I moved here. It's the intent,
maybe not where it sits in your rotation of.
Yeah, no. It like I do genuine. I prefer the instrumental version that was done by MFSB. And if you don't know who they are, they're the ones who did the Soul Train theme song. That version slaps.
I have never heard of that, but you know what? I'll take your word for it.
Oh, you should. Oh, I will send it to you. You can listen. That's your homework for whoever is your homework to listen to next week.
Absolutely. I'm sure it'll be my favorite track and it'll just be on a rewind.
Like it's the only one I've heard. It's the only one I know. It's the best.
Instant earworm guaranteed. Well, Matt has been on the show before, yes. And we're here to talk about all the things we loved. But last week I kicked off a new thing. Basically, what was one good news story that made our week? So, because we got enough bad news.
Oh, yeah.
Some good news.
Yeah.
So, Matt, I put a couple things in there, but you should start. What was your...
So, my thing that it's a thing that I found last week. It wasn't necessarily news,
sure.
But it is...
It was news to you.
It's a war game that it might be the one that actually takes me outside of like Guild Ball. It is called Gundam Assemble. It is a miniatures game. It comes out in October. It is in the Gundam universe. I've talked. I think all the other times I've been on this show, I've mentioned two things that I like: Guild Ball and Gundam. And this is a miniatures game that also incorporates the idea of Gunpla, as well as like every Gundam video game ever, where you just want to see the different suits fight. And that's what this is. It looks kind of interesting to me. I've watched.
It's expensive to me, man.
So it doesn't. People are saying it's like Warhammer level prices. I will disagree there for the simple fact that you don't need to spend as much in this to get to the table as you do in Warhammer. I don't have the numbers to break down like what you need for Warhammer, because I've tried a couple of times to get into it and I'm just like it's too much, and then you have to paint everything. So that's me done. With this, like sure, I think the idea is to paint, but they have not said that painting is a requirement. So if painting's not a requirement, that is more my wheelhouse anyway. But Gundams are different than Guild Ball figures. They're less colors, or they're ultimately less detailed, I think. But I like the idea of having just a giant army of little mini Gundams, and that might be the only way I end up ever having a giant army of Gundams without my wife.
Giant mini army.
Yeah. Yeah. A big
giant meaning many.
A giant army of little guys.
Yes. It's all in context. We know what you mean.
Yeah, and I think the idea behind this is really cool. Having watched a couple of demo games like on YouTube, I don't know if this is the thing that will ultimately, like, I don't know if this is a thing that I'll want to play. a lot.
Okay.
The fact that this is happening makes me happy, and it's not being done by Games Workshop, who runs Warhammer. I like this a lot, and more ways to interact with Gundam is always fun, even though it might not always be good.
I think that's important, right? These things you find you didn't know they exist, and it's like, oh my goodness, this looks so cool.
Yeah, I'll say that the most recent Gundam series that came out, not good. I don't like it, but
there's so many of them, and the titles are always like, I don't understand what they mean.
Yeah, well, so more often than not, the title is I think the one that is. Actually, no, there's probably 2 or 3 that it's not the name of the main Gundam. Like in the original one, Mobile Suit Gundam, like the Gundam was a Gundam. Like that was the only one. And then in Zeta Gundam, it was the Zeta Gundam. And then the Double Zeta, the Victory, all of that. But then there's like Iron Blooded Orphans, where it's more about the cast. The 08th MS team is more about the cast. I think Stardust Memory is more about something else than the actual Gundam. It's been a long time since I've watched a lot of those, so I'm not going to get like super critical about any of it. But anyway, Gundam Assemble looks really cool.
There you go.
It makes me happy, and I will watch this space before I absolutely pull the trigger and try and convince my wife to let me just have a little more space in her room.
Well, I'm a big fan of collecting. I'm not a completist, but I am find a 1Z or 2Z that I like, and I think that makes me happy. But it does make me like what if I just got this? And I'm like, don't do it, Todd.
I almost fell down that, and then I started to realize I caught myself early. I bought 4 Gunplas that I still haven't put together. And that was where I realized, oh, wait a minute, I shouldn't do this unless it's something. I mean, I will put the 4 that I have together eventually. They're not like, they weren't like the first 4 I bought. I have like 4 or 5 put together somewhere. But like I started to realize, like, just get the robots you want to look at a lot, rather than all of the robots.
My only request, Matt, is if you get them, they need to be in your closet, and they need to be on each shelf of your pants, just looking at you.
So that is my wife's side of this office. So
she'd allow like Gundams to be there at least for like 1 second, right?
I think if she doesn't know they're there, she doesn't know they're there.
Just bring them out,
as long as
through like ET, right?
As long as I don't leave them there, what crime is being committed?
Exactly. Just you set up your space and then you leave.
And none of this is being recorded. It's not like she'll be able to find this anywhere.
It's like Elf on the Shelf. Come up with your own rhyme for your Gundams, and we'll be okay. So very good.
Yeah.
Something I didn't know existed, and I'm so excited for this. I like arcade games. I do. I did not know that there's going to be a Cyberpunk 2077 motorcycle arcade game, Matt. This looks so amazing. I mean, like, this is like the level of like, what is it? Hang On from the old arcade days.
Oh yeah, Hang On, Road Rash.
Look at this. Like, I mean, it's beautiful. God. I mean, but this is just this is what the game looks like. But my favorite part is when you get to ride these motorcycles in real life. Like,
is it one of the riders?
Oh yes, it is.
Oh hell yeah!
So look at this.
Oh, that's
you'll ride one of those bikes.
Oh,
I mean, look at that game. It's
ride that pony, son. Go
Holy
ahead.
cow! And look at you're hitting people. This is like what's the old game with Road Rash. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
Oh my god!
Why are we not playing? Where has this been all of our lives, Todd?
I don't know. I mean, we don't get a lot of adaptations of games to arcades these days. It always seems like it's a property, like whatever. Oh, and I will talk about that too. It didn't happen this week, but I'll talk about something I played. So that's awesome. But I just love this, and it's amazing. So I don't know. I mean, this can't be cheap. It's probably like $20 grand to make this.
Oh
It's
yeah,
heavy to ship. But Dave and Buster's, at least, thank God for Dave and Buster's, because Chuck E. Cheese ain't carrying this game.
No. Like,
I just love this.
I mean, it's just, I also love that, like, along these lines, like, there's still those companies that are still putting out like high quality pinball machines, like Stern.
Oh yes,
and
absolutely.
I don't know if Bally's still doing it, but like the fact that there's still those things happening, like that makes me happy, even though like my access to it is very, very limited.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then you visited me in the Twin Cities, and we've got a couple really cool barcades, and they even have one. It's so weird because there's one that's a Minnesota owned one place where they have a significant amount of high quality primarily like more entertainment games. They do have some retro stuff to go back. Like, well, it was a weird old hockey beat 'em up game.
Oh, Open Ice.
Yes, I played Open Ice.
Yeah, it's NBA fun. Jam, but hockey.
Yeah. So it was very, very fun. I mean, because we got NHL hits back in the day. Yeah. So this was like that. So it was fun. But they also had some very amazing, very good, like, of the new arcade games. And I'll just spoil it now. They had a Godzilla VR game, Matt. It was amazing. I mean, it was not cheap. Sure. And I put the VR glasses on
to play at least, right?
Oh, it was not, but it was very cool, and I felt like I was going to, because the chair moved, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
I loved it, and it's just like House of the Dead, where you got to shoot Godzilla's teeth.
Yeah,
it was very cool. I'm like, I did not know this game exists. Yeah. So it made me very happy. So arcades that do that, I'm like, that's why arcades existed, because that's stuff you can't do at home. You're not setting up that thing in your house. So that's why arcades
exist. Literally, like your parents going, but we have that at home. Like, no, you don't. That chair effing moves.
Unless mom and dad are going to move me back.
Yeah. Like, you want me to sit in your chair while I play Nintendo and you can just throw me around, Dad? Let's go.
It's like, what is it? The motels with the take a quarter and put in the mattress, or whatever. Magic fingers. That's a throwback, kids. Doesn't exist these days. You know what? Bring it back. Bring back magic fingers. Exactly. Haptics, man. Everybody loves the haptics. So there were also two other trailers that dropped very quickly. I don't know how much I can actually show. None of that. No magic fingers trailers. But so really quickly, we finally got the drop for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Can't show much probably because I'll probably get Sony dropping on it, but it was a lot of fun. And what I love about this is we are finally getting Spider-Man back to his holy crap. He doesn't have a mentor. He doesn't have a big budget. He doesn't really have anybody. He's making it on his own. Nobody knows he's Spider-Man. So this is very back to the basics. And the other part is it's going to get weird because there was a storyline where Peter Parker found out that spiders, and he was part of this weird spider totem thing where he was going to go through a third mutation. And that's what this is all about. So you'll see him going through like a webbing, and it comes out. And if they go certain places, Matt, this is going to get weird. There's one time Spider-Man had 6 arms, and it got really weird. So we may get that with Spider-Man. Bruce Banner, he goes to Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, to figure out what's going on. He talks about second mutation. Frank Castle, the Punisher's in this. It's very weird. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of awkward. It's kind of fun, but I like that it's really like feels like Peter Parker is starting over from scratch. So it makes me feel happy. He's kind of doing his own thing, and it's going to get weird, man. So there you go. And so this could be where he finally gets his own web shooters organically, like going back to the Tobey Maguire one. So we'll see where this goes, and it should be fun. But I will stop showing it so I don't get.
I do have a question just in terms of like MCU. Like we had the Tobey Maguire ones, we had the Andrew Garfield ones, and now we have the Tom Holland ones, right?
Yes.
So the Tom Holland ones, why is this one? Is this just another origin story?
It's not an origin story. It's a continuation. Okay. So basically, after the third movie, basically he made a deal to basically take back everything and everyone that had a relationship into who he was. So essentially, that's exactly what happened.
So he Men in Black everybody else.
Pretty much. Everybody forgot him. It was a Doctor Strange thing because essentially it was a unique way, because we did have those Spider-Man show up in the last film, because we had the different multiverses were coming through. Everything was coming apart. So essentially, Spider-Man had to make a wish. It was very weird. But that was kind of a deal he made in the comics with Mephisto, actually, to save Aunt May's life. That basically the same thing happened. So he did not have a relationship with Mary Jane, all these things. And it was eventually retro, they used to call it, there used to be a term in comics where basically they could just reset everything.
Retcon.
Retcon, exactly. Yeah. So they would do that. It's like, so that's why nobody ever died and things. So I feel like, I don't know what's going to come from this, but I like the fact that they're going to explore some different ideas within Spider-Man. We did get an appearance of Scorpion, Max Gargan character, which is kind of cool. But we'll see where this goes. I don't know who the villain is, and I'm excited for this because I'm like, why aren't we getting a trailer? This movie's coming out in July, yet we've got all these drops from all these other movies. So very excited for about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Home is not in the title.
So this actually makes the fact that he remembers everything but nobody else does is the thing that makes me want to watch it.
Oh yeah, so he's going to see Mary Jane and Genki and all that stuff. He's lost Aunt May. He doesn't have Tony anymore. As his mentor. Essentially has nothing, starting from scratch. And that's exactly what Peter Parker was always about. He was the guy that had nothing, but at least he had Aunt May, right? And he had no money, and he had to get, scrape by with taking photos of Spider-Man. And at this point, I don't even know if JJ probably exists in here, but what does he do? Running a blog? Or I don't know. It doesn't exist, but yeah. So we'll see where that goes. The other movie that got dropped, Dune Part 3, at this point, I'm surprised we've got this many Dune movies, because quite honestly, we only got one Dune movie before with Sting. Then we got a couple of miniseries from Sci-Fi.
Then we got a Dune movie. Then we got another Dune movie, another Dune series, a Dune sequel, and now a third.
Yeah, and I think people were worried about this series, and yes, it hasn't been great for everybody, but I've enjoyed it quite a bit. And I'm excited to see where they go with this, and they can tell more stories in the Dune, world, because Frank Herbert wrote more of these. But this is kind of the closest we've ever gotten from the original Dune series. But if you get a chance, check out Children of Dune. It was a sci-fi miniseries I really enjoyed back in the day. Before sci-fi was SYFY, it was SCI-FI. So kids, that was the thing.
When Dune was announced and it was like getting close to coming out, I decided to finally read that book and loved the book. I loved the first movie, but all of that aside, none of that has motivated me to engage with anything else.
Got it.
Other than
there's actually a Dune video game too that a lot of people really enjoyed. It was like,
there are multiple Dune video games.
Well, the first RTS was a Dune game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. When I saw it was multiplayer, I'm like, I don't really want to play that, but a lot of people really enjoyed it in the world. And there's even a Microsoft flight simulator. You could fly on Arrakis. You could take the different vehicles, which I'm like, that's pretty cool to say you can fly in an alien planet. I'm like, they should do more of that. Like, you're in this world or that world
I mean, you ever played No Man's Sky? You're basically doing that.
Exactly. But you're now dealing with what is it? 1 terabyte of data to make it realistic.
I could just see me having a conversation with someone and So now I'm just being facetious here, but someone who's a really big homer for Flight Simulator going, well, now we could fly around in one of these in Dune. I'm like, yeah, but No Man's Sky exists. And then they're like, but I want it to be real. I'm like,
exactly. Yeah. I need to fly in that. What is it? The flutter copter or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's real, Matt. That's real. Yes. Exactly. But the cool thing about these Dune films is you've got the highest caliber of Hollywood talent in here. We've got Robert Pattinson around, and we've got what's her name? My favorite. Anya Taylor-Joy is in this film. I mean, the level of caliber in that, and half of them don't make it. I mean, we had Elvis who died in the last film. So you never know who's going to survive when this goes, but it's been highly entertaining to me because Dune is not exactly like, I would say, easy material to just drop into. So I like the fact that it's done well.
Not. I appreciate that I also appreciate that they're like the level of seriousness that's been taken to it. Yeah. That's been, and like the level of care. Like I do like the Lynch one. I genuinely do.
Oh, it's so interesting. Yes, because you get like it's got a level of crazy, which is kind of cool. Like, but there was also the Jerdowski or whatever movie that was supposed to happen back in the day.
The Jorodowski one.
Yeah, I can't say it. Which is just like that was a 70s take on it. Just imagine that. I mean,
but like the thing is that is I will still argue that the Lynch one is more a Lynch movie than it is a Dune movie.
And you know what? That's used to be the way, right? A director got his sway over the source material. Now it's like you've got people that are mad that the source material, like in The Witcher, it was funny because Henry Cavill left The Witcher after season 3 because it's like, this isn't even close to the source material. So now we've got like nerds who are part of the actual series that like don't even want to be it if it doesn't like do specific things. So for me, it's like, man, it being nerdy is, I guess, paying off, or it's just you get to have a say, which I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, right. And there
does it mean or you get Dick Tracy with his version with that movie series. Oh my God, or that movie.
I will not stand for any Dick Tracy slander. That movie's great. That movie.
Warren Beatty. I mean,
Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy is a way better movie than anybody wants.
With Madonna sing, what was that one? "Spank Me"? Was that the song she sang or whatever?
She said, I think that was Vogue, my guy. Vogue.
No. I thought it was the song like she sang when she was the singer, and Al Pacino in the bad makeup. I need to look up. So really quickly, Matt, I am going to look up the name of the Madonna song that was part of that. I'm just going to look at the Dick Tracy soundtrack. Now I'm going to have to buy this soundtrack, right?
Sure.
I mean, I'm going to soundtrack trick. Here it is. She did quite a few songs on the soundtrack. Let's see.
She did the entire soundtrack. It's called a Madonna album.
Okay. So it's called, so we had, Katie Lang was in this. Take 6. Brenda Lee. Oh my goodness.
Darlene Love. Erasure.
Was this Erasure was in this? Oh my God. Mr. Fix It. But I swear this was a Madonna song because this has no Madonna songs. Look at it.
So
what am I missing here? So is there another one?
Yeah, there's Dick Tracy, I think it's Madonna album.
Oh, so so there was 2 fighting albums? Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm Breathless. Music inspired by the film Dick Tracy.
Okay, I mean, I need to look this up too. Madonna. Sorry, folks. This podcast has now gotten off the rails.
Sometimes we just have to effing do
every week. Well, it's every week. Yeah. I mean, I feel like
the final track on this album is Vogue, the hit.
Oh, Hanky Panky. That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Not Spank Me, but Hanky. I mean, it rhymed. I was close.
Hanky Panky leads to Spanky sometimes.
Of course. But that is so interesting. Yeah. And it has 3 Stephen Sondheim songs.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what, folks? The more you know.
What can you lose with Mandy Patinkin?
Oh, that's right. He was the piano player, right? In the movie? Yeah.
I believe so he was 88.
And then I think McDonald's had Dick Tracy glasses, maybe?
Something. Yeah, McDonald's had some sort of tie-in.
I sure hope the Happy Meal had a Dick Tracy watch. That's all I want to know.
Probably. There's
Mumbles, Malone, those action figures, all that fun stuff. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, let's get into actually, I think we've now 25 minutes. We haven't even talked about what we did this week. So really quickly, Matt, what did you watch? We'll go around, Rob, and we'll go back and forth.
So I watched a lot this week. It's been a slow week at work. So I had hours upon hours of binging time. So you're catching me on a good one. First up, I finally got to watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, starring Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal.
What I'm talking about, baby.
What a effing great time!
So much fun, right?
Like if there's a movie that upon hearing about it and learning what it was, then reading it, no movie should work as good as this movie does, given all of the things it has on paper. Like Nicolas Cage, the actor, should not be taking this to the level of craft that he does. Pedro Pascal should not be as good in this movie as he is, and this script should not work. But it is one of the, it's not even that it's funny, it's not even that it's a good story. There's just something absolutely endearing.
It's very meta. It's the meta-ness of it, right?
To the end. Like, there is something absolutely just like wholesome about this entire movie, and I love it to death. It is one of the best things I've watched in years.
I mean, for Nick Cage to just be all in on, like, dude, we're going to play off your persona. It's kind of like, what is that? That was that
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That series about him, right? It was kind of like, it's a take on him, or it's like the studio where I don't know if you watch the studio, it's amazing, but it's great where you get these actors kind of playing versions of themselves, and they just enjoy it. They know, like, it's their chance to basically, like, yeah, you've heard this about me, and guess what? Part of it's right. Why not? Why don't I just get into it?
Like, I would love to find out how this movie was pitched to everybody involved.
Yeah, because you got to get the rights to Nick Cage, of course, right?
Because, like, I could just see someone going, like, look, man, this movie does not work without you, but I need you to be fully bought in on all of your bullshit.
And if we bail on the project, what do you do? Who else can we get?
If any of it is taken, less than 100% seriously, like, it falls right the hell apart. Because then you have Pedro Pascal, who I'm not dialed into Hollywood at all, so I don't know where he is in his trajectory at this point when he does this. But I could say, like, Pedro Pascal, so we want you to do this thing. You are this character, but this is more about Nick Cage and all of the Nick Cage that comes with Nick Cage. And then, like, even Tiffany Haddish is wonderful in this film.
Well, Neil Patrick Harris is his agent.
I think Neil Patrick Harris is the easiest sell on this, because really all you have to do is be you.
Be you.
Yeah. Like, that's it.
And you get to work with these cool people.
Yeah. You get to be Nick Cage's agent, and, his wife is the woman from Catastrophe. Like, it's going to be, you'll be fine for your few scenes. You'll have a great time.
I mean, that's kind of what he's done with his career, right? He's kind of like led that, like Harold Kumar, before Harold and Kumar goes to White Castle, he didn't have any career going on.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, he's like, just be yourself. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. And
or
then,
a version of yourself.
And then after that, it was How I Met Your Mother, right?
Absolutely. And he's done other roles. He's gotten to just have a great time. And
he just gets to kneel all over everything. It's great.
Yep.
That movie should not be as good as it is. It is wonderful. And if you've not watched it, I think you should.
Oh, it's a great watch. It's very fun. It's heartwarming. It's kind of like one of those things where you just it leads itself as one way, but it also realized that it's kind of dealing with, like, Nick Cage has got his own thing. Didn't talk about the fact that he bought an island and he had to take all these jobs because he bought an island.
Yeah.
So it's not that version where he named his son Kal-El, and we didn't get into the Superman stuff, but it was great that they showed a lot of his memorabilia.
Or like all of the Elvis stuff.
Yeah, and he's got like a collection. It's like, okay. So yes, very fun, very, very great movie. I love that movie. When I saw it, I'm like, I just love concept films, and sometimes because it can go horribly wrong, and sometimes it goes horribly right. Like the most recent Anaconda film, love that to pieces. Shouldn't have worked. And it's not. And I would say it's not 100% reliant on you being an Anaconda fan. Like I was not.
Right.
I never saw the movie. I just watched a recap because I'm like, oh, let's see. So yeah, I didn't need to do that. So I'll hit mine really quick. So I watched the first episode of the
reboot of Scrubs.
I don't know what we call these. It's like, is it a reemergence? Is it a pseudo sequel? It's like just basically requel. I don't know. It's basically Scrubs.
Requel. That's pretty good.
Revisiting the whole cast. What's happened the last 15 years since it ended, and it's very good. It is still Scrubs. The heart's there. There's some like those goofy segments you have, but there's some heart-touching moments with certain characters. You see passing of the torches. You do see people getting older and like, oh, I don't know if I like that. But you do see, once again, some of the elements of life that pass on, and it's fun. And I've been watching a lot of these shows where I see a lot of my childhood delights getting older and dealing with stuff. So this is good. I like this. I realized I had not seen probably the last 3 seasons of Scrubs, so I would probably like to go back in, but I didn't feel like I missed a beat. I probably missed some elements of it, but still a lot of stuff is still there. And they do get you up to speed really quickly. So it's very good. My wife and I watched it. She didn't watch a lot of Scrubs, but I will tell you, Matt, when I was in Saudi Arabia, when I was deployed for Operation Iraqi Freedom, my wife would record TV and send it to me. And a lot of those things I watched was Scrubs. It was new. So that's why Scrubs has a special place in my heart. And so that, for me, this is coming back. I'm like, it makes me feel
that's old. Awesome, actually. I love that. I love that your relationship with that show is that. I love that you have a relationship with something that way. Like, that's absolutely awesome. And I
have certain touchstones because of that. When I was in Saudi Arabia, I ended up getting a copy of Band of Brothers when I was there. And I watched it with 2 other officers, and it became a way that we had something to look forward to because I said, hey, this is going to get us through our deployment. Every week, we will watch an episode. Yeah. And that allows us to, track time until we sadly don't get to see each other again, but we get to go home. So it was a way for me, and had something that we could actually correlate to the times we were in versus what was happening. So we had to put a little pin in how we were feeling and what was going on in the world. So, and it does always bring back, I think that was what was going on in my life. So it was a good thing. And, I'm glad I had that. So, So Matt, I see next you watch something that I don't even know what it's called. I just see a word Orgus.
So it is called Super Dimension Century Orgus.
So funny, Super Dimension Fortress, like SDF1.
Super Dimension Fortress Macross is the first thing. Super Dimension
so this
Century
is part of
Orgus.
that?
Yeah, this is part of the Super Dimension trilogy. So
I would say the great lie that we're told to children about Robotech. This is where it started, I guess. Right? In the US, because here's an independent series that I don't even create, but we're going to make
the Robotech versus Macross thing. We don't have enough time, Todd.
No, we don't. There's so many people that have done better versions than we can ever do.
And all I know is I'm on side bring Macross West. I don't think Robotech is bad. I really don't. But just do it right. That's all I want. Because all of the things that we are deprived are held in there, and it's not great. And it's also it's reworked, and it's really messing with some artist's vision. But
it was my childhood though, so at least I'll give it that. Came home and what is this show? Super
Dimension Century Orgus, I've seen parts of it in the past. I had just got done watching the new Gundam series, which I don't want to talk about because I don't want to just dump on it. But so I'm like, okay, this is available on Crunchyroll. I've not watched it, so we're watching it.
There's kissing in this video.
So this is.
Oh my God! There's Veritex. Oh my God!
This is an '80s ass anime, and it has aged as such. It is delightfully. It is delightfully to the point of parody outdated, and so much of it is just action hero bravado and male stupidity. And I've watched the first 5 episodes so far. It hasn't gotten to be a problem yet.
Oh no. Okay,
but it is one of those things that like I will always watch things like this because like I watched Robotech was the thing that brought giant robots into my life.
Oh, absolutely.
And I will never ever not love Robotech for that.
We hadn't seen animation like that. It was so dynamic.
Yeah,
and so
like it
amazing.
was the closest thing we had was Transformers, and Transformers was not near as cool as Robotech was.
You may get like, and I always thought about this with a lot of the series in the 80s, you got like one episode that was really high level of animation, and everything else was just trash, right? Mm-hmm. It was just like, they sent it off to the B team. Yeah, and I don't even know what I'm watching. This is obviously not it. This isn't it. But like,
I think this is actually one of the later Macross series.
Oh, got it. Okay,
but
I'm like, this does not look like it. It looks very modern.
But yeah, like the teams that did these were so bought in on making cool things happen, and I love that. For this, do I expect to like come back on this show and evangelize Super Dimension Sensory Orgus? Nah, but I will say if you like robots in your anime, check it out. Old robot anime is something special, even when it's bad.
Oh, absolutely. And I remember always seeing these series that were out there, like Big O when it was showing.
Oh, Big O rules. Big O.
I mean,
Big
it was so cool. That's like Batman with a mech, and I'm like, that's cool. And then you had all these other strange shows that were out there. I'm like, oh my God, it was very cool. And then so I mean, and it was like then there was different iterations of Macross and. Always confusing to me because I'm like, I don't even know what it is. What's an OVA and what's this? What's that? I mean, it's very, especially when there was very little available. It was like, you should just buy $120 worth of tapes.
Yeah, and it was such a patchwork, and you didn't know what order things were in. Like, that was it. That was a beautiful mystery at the time, but I'm so glad that there are things out here now cataloging everything so you can kind of contextualize it. Yeah, Orgus is cool. Orgus is cool. It's very 80s, and I kind of love it for that. I have a feeling it's eventually going to be a problem because 80s anime pro tags tend to just eventually overdo themselves, and it's. But you know, I do. I love a robot, man. I love a robot.
Everybody loves a robot. You know what?
Yeah, and if you don't love robots, you're lying. Like, sorry.
Yeah. Robot Jocks was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Oh, don't you can get me started on Robot Jocks, man.
That movie is so much better than it deserved to be.
One day, I'm going to get Jesse to do Robot Jocks on Freereeling it, and we're bringing you on just to talk.
Just so good because I'm like, I know my brain thinks of it one way. It will not be that way.
No, it won't. It won't.
It's okay.
It won't.
That's okay.
That's the one reason I've not gone back to it because I know it's going to be fucking terrible.
Sometimes, just let your memory be there and tell me what happened in the movie. I don't remember. It was just really well done robots for the time.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, that's your plot. But really quickly, something that means a lot to me now as I've gotten older and my son is less available to me because now he's in college is he demands that I watch My Hero Academia with him. So
are you watching the base series or are you watching Vigilantes?
No, we're watching the base series. So we're on the final season is dropped.
Oh, nice.
I've not watched it without him. He's behind. So he said he would watch with me, but he's ahead of me and he's read the manga. He's done all that. And in the past, we always watched the sub. But I said, let's watch the dub and see how it is. So we agreed, and I actually like the dub. So, which is good for me, because sometimes reading what the characters are saying and then how they say it, I'm like, there is a disconnect there, because and I would always say this, just like Harrison Ford said to George Lucas, George, you can write this, but you can't make me say it.
Yep.
A lot of that with anime, like, there's just too many words that are used to explain what's going on. I totally get it. It's just translation and localization, but I feel like that's where localization and good voice direction helps, because they basically say, I get what you're going for. We're going to make it sound like people that would actually understand it and take it seriously here. So I think it worked really well. I like the voice talent. It worked really well. It didn't take me out of it. I'm not too busy reading and then trying to keep up what's going on the screen. But we're in the final launch in this series. Oh my goodness, Matt. I don't know if you're into My Hero Academia, but it's been a roller coaster ride. And my son's doing a good job of like doing like the edit for me. So he'll be like, Dad, you don't have to watch those episodes. or this is a good arc. Watch this. Yes, it's not dealing with the overall plot, but it's still a good arc. And then we've seen most of the movies in theater, which have been great. And obviously they're different. Yeah. And then he'll tell me like, oh, Dad, you may not remember this character because hardly mentioned, but this is what happened. I'm like, what am I missing? So it's just a really unique take on superheroes, which I'm glad that we're finally getting. The relationships are really intricate and crazy. There's a lot of throwbacks. A lot of characters and elements are kind of just introduced, seem like the biggest thing in the world, and then they're just forgotten. So I'm like, are they going to come back? So they've laid a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of plot details that it feels like are going to come back, which is great. We've watched the first 3 episodes. And my son's actually like, yeah, I can see where they saved the budget on some fights, because now look at this fight, Dad. I'm like, yes. So I highly enjoy the show. It's a really unique take on, like I said, superheroes, quirks, all of those things. And then the ultimate evil versus the ultimate good, and generations, and passing along a lot of trauma and things, and understanding people's motivation for doing what they're doing. And I mean, it's been a thrill ride, and I'll be curious where it ends. Is it going to have a happy ending? I don't know. Should it have a happy ending? Part of the feel of the series has always been like, do heroes make the world better? Yeah, and it's a big thing, and that or heroes that don't live up to their calling. There's actually people that take them out and kill them because they're like, you're not a worthy hero. You didn't do what you said. So, and that's where it's hard for me, because it's hard for me to keep up with all of these billions of characters, Matt. And what's they're called and all this. And then, oh my God. And then some characters are called something different than their names. And some of the names are just so hilarious. The one, Bakugo, I think he's like God, death, kill, explosion man. Or something. Like, I love the name, but it's just so like, I can't say that and look serious, but that's okay. No. It's fun, but it's been great. My son's been, pointing me in the right direction with certain anime. I had a really cool guest a couple weeks ago. He's French and living in Montreal, actually French, but living in Montreal. And he mentioned a show called Fearin', which sounds really, really cool, about basically an elf who is like thousands of years old, and she's kind of like going into a point in her life where she is dealing with the fact that she's lost most of her great friends, and she's trying to recapture some of that with people that are essentially followers of all these great heroes that she had adventures with. So like, that's a cool thing we don't get in American animation. So and that's what's great about anime. They cover every pocket of everything, from the mundane to sports to the craziest things in the world. So long live anime. There's a lot that's weird. And Matt, one time when I have you on this, I'm going to quiz you to say real anime or not. I'm going to just name titles.
Oh, I'll probably get a lot wrong because I am
okay, perfect.
I'm nowhere close. I'm nowhere close. Just
fake it until you make it.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
so I will just say I love My Hero Academia. I loved my time with it. Eventually, my time with
it can burn you out, right?
Yeah, it just ended. I have not felt the need to go back. Maybe one day, now that it's ending, but I will say I did not stop watching because I thought it got bad. I just, the relationship ended. That's okay. We could see other people. It's fine. We're still buds.
That's a good point, though, right?
Yeah.
It's someone mentioned that with they do with the games. They call basically, I get enough and leave because I don't want to end up bitter and I don't want to get worn out and I want to leave in a bad note. I want to feel like where I got enough and I'm at that point. It's like certain series just don't do well. I loved certain seasons of Heroes and then I stopped. And thank God I did, because every time I was thinking it's back, it wasn't. So sometimes you just gotta stop while you're ahead and just enjoy it for its good. Like a lot of things, like Game of Thrones. Oh, the series is horrible because of but was everything else before it bad? No,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There was
some of the best TV ever in that show.
Very disgusting.
The finale of Lost is a big one. Like I do not like the finale of Lost, but do I crap on the rest of the series because of it? No. Because that was some gripping ass TV, but yeah, I love My Hero Academia, or I loved my time with it, and I think that it's everything you said is correct. Like, it is a good take on what being a hero is, the nature of a superhero, as well as the trauma that goes with it.
And we don't get that typically. We've got that more of that now in modern comics, but before then we didn't. It was just very glossed over. So So there we go. So let's get into food, Matt. So I'm going to start off with food. And for
you have two of my favorite words put together, so I need to hear
look at
all
this
about
bad
this.
boy.
Spare no detail.
Yeah, look at this bad boy. I'm going to bring up their Instagram page. So we have a pizza place called Pizza Luce. Really good pizza. Well, for St. Patrick's Day, they made a Reuben pizza. And because my wife is gluten sensitive, they make a gluten-free crust. This pizza is, even on gluten-free crust, Matt, this pizza is delicious. I mean, it's got Thousand Island dressing on it. It's got all
they're fucking up putting Thousand Island on, number one.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Reubens are supposed to be Russian dressing. They're doing it wrong, Todd.
Well, no. You know what the fun part about that is? I tried it with Russian dressing, and I never had it before with Russian dressing. And I made it with Russian dressing before. I didn't like the Russian dressing.
You're incorrect. You're
regional.
You're incorrect. Because if it's Thousand Island, you're either having a corned beef special or I think it's a Rachel.
A Rachel's with turkey.
Never mind then. So it's a corned beef. You're having a corned beef special pizza.
You know what, Matt? I will not take your besmirching.
Are you having coleslaw or
socialite?
Are you having coleslaw or sauerkraut?
You drink your beer with your finger in the air?
No, that's people with syphilis.
What?
Oh, you don't know that? That trivia?
Don't
you know why?
You
know why people do the pinkies out thing? You know why people do the pinkies out thing? Because in old paintings, the sophisticated people had their pinkies out. But what people never know is the reason people had their pinkies out was because of syphilis.
Because they couldn't close them?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was fancy.
No.
So syphilis is the fanciest of
they be sexing in the aristocracy.
Man, you've taken everying away from me that makes me identify fancy life.
I'm not
going to do that anymore.
Don't do that anymore. No.
So what's the new fancy? Like tipping my glasses while I drink? Going,
I mean, you can do this. I mean, you can look down at people. I don't know. But answer
tip of the hat and a drink of the drink. I don't know.
Is there sauerkraut on this pizza or is there coleslaw?
No, it's sauerkraut. It's your corned beef.
Then we're back into Reuben territory.
Oh man, it is delicious. And you know what? I bet you could even say, "Hey, substitute Thousand Island," or it's a special sauce. That is not Thousand Island. That's a special sauce. They're
probably
so Matt, for you, they would say, "Okay, East Coast snob, here's your Russian dressing." Russian dressing. My dad used to put that. I'm like, what is even Russian dressing?
I walk in. I'm not from the East
Stalin
Coast.
said, "This is my dressing."
I'm from Iowa, and I hate it here even more.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, this pizza was delicious. It was great.
Sure.
Pizza Luce is amazing. I got it to go, took it home to my wife, and I was the king. So salute you, Pizza
Reuben
Luce.
Pizza sounds absolutely delightful.
All right. So what's your food item that I can mock and say, that's not real, it's fake food?
So I had spicy mushroom empanadas. They were
that's all you, man. You said mushrooms, and I'm like,
They were store-bought, and Reba sent them with me to work for lunch, and they absolutely they made, I want to say, somewhere between 30 and 50 people like jealous and hungry.
The smell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just mushrooms, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of veggies, but the hot sauce that was in there was to die for.
It covered up the mushrooms.
No, we'll see. So these are store bought, but like when I started dating my wife and she started cooking for me, like she did a lot with mushrooms.
Well, she's vegan, right? Or
she's vegetarian. Okay. She wasn't at the time. She didn't go full veg till after Aton was born.
Okay,
but with almost every meal, I was either getting mushrooms or Brussels sprouts. And the way she makes both of those things absolutely recontextualize my thoughts around both. Because I did not like Brussels sprouts before I met her, did not like eating just cooked mushrooms before her. And
your wife does not want to meet me because I'll offend her, because I could have Wolfgang Puck make me the greatest mushroom dish on the planet. I'd be like, this is disgusting.
Well, and that would, but see, yeah. Here's where you're wrong, Todd. Because my wife will check in and be like, hey, what don't you like? What are your dietary restrictions?
So there you go. That's something where, like, my wife still love her to pieces. She's like, oh, you just haven't. I'm like, no, just stop pushing them on me and make me other foods. Because Brussels sprouts was that one food my wife made for me, and I absolutely love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before, so yeah, I you know what? Pick your food battles. You know what?
Yeah. Well, you and I probably grew up with we grew up with the terrible steamed Brussels sprouts. That were like,
oh God, my mom made I love my mom to pieces, but certain things just I never want to eat, like pork chops. My mom could not cook a pork chop for life. They were always hard. I'm like, what are we doing here? So I hated pork chops until I had a really well prepared pork chop. But yes.
And so my mom made very bad like canned steamed vegetables. And like some vegetables like survived that with me still liking them. Brussels sprouts were not. And then I did learn that like I'm the problem when it comes to asparagus. Asparagus is an offense to this earth and should be eliminated. I hate asparagus.
And that's okay
so much.
Though, right? I mean, it's like, exactly. And I always say this: if you like it, that means more for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I always say I will sacrifice my portion of the thing I don't like for you because I want you to enjoy it.
100%.
I'll be like lying on the ground dying and like, take my asparagus. That's all I can do to help you live.
I'm so hungry. Here, I have asparagus. Let me die.
Yes. I'd be like, thank God. That would make me die quicker.
Yeah.
Like, my last moments on this earth would be more and worse because I hate that.
I'm so hungry. Here's asparagus. I'm out.
See, and Matt, if you can look like the hero doing it.
Yeah, good, exactly.
That's what it's all about being a father at times. You're going to fail so many times, but when you get that win, just take it like, it's delicious.
I mean, I am almost positive I fail minutely in the eyes of my wife in terms of being
not minutely,
father.
Minutely.
No, minutely.
It's not the amount, it's the frequency.
It's every minute.
Yeah.
And then, but when my son looks at me with a smile, like, she can't hurt me.
That's your win. So, Matt, we move from food that satisfies our stomach to music that satisfies our ears. Matt, I see you've dropped some playlists. Can't play those or I'll get tagged.
Sure. No, I did this if you wanted to do like show notes or anything. That was
yes, absolutely. That's perfect. Yes. Love that to pieces. So you're highlighting some dubstep and drum and bass, which is terms I am aware of. When you talk about dubstep, I think of Skrillex, and drum and bass, I think of certain elements of sometimes like hip hop and things like that. But that's about all I know, and that's just me being a noob and not into those elements of music.
Dubstep, you're okay to think about Skrillex because Skrillex, definitely brought.
He's like the McDonald's of dubstep, right?
No, I would
mean,
say
he's like the most common, right? Is he the most,
in a weird way, and I recognize there are lots of problems with the statement I'm about to make. He is like the Elvis of dubstep.
Okay, that's not bad though.
He took a lot of things that other people did and made them in a way that everybody else liked.
Okay.
Now in the dubstep community, like there's a large amount of vitriol aimed at Skrillex because but like also there are cultural things that happened alongside Skrillex's rise that sort of changed the fandom of dubstep and also changed the output too. But my thing, I really love the early days of dubstep, not to like say that post Skrillex is bad, but I think there was a Wild West in dubstep from like the was like 04 to about 2010. Where it was more it was more influenced by the two things that give it its name, dub reggae and Steppers Rocksteady. Now, I know that before anyone corrects me, I know that the reason it's called dubstep is because there was a scene in England called two-step, and that's a whole lot of things that I don't.
This podcast, I will correct you.
That's a whole lot of things that I don't know a ton about, so I don't want to speak to it. But in terms of like the way that it is a electronic based music influenced by the far past as well as the recent past, and including things from a multitude of cultures without feeling like super appropriative. It doesn't feel like it's ripping off. It feels like a found art of like the dub reggae stuff as well as the hip hop that it included. The sampling of breaks, the sampling of beats, the creating the dub melodies. I really love it, and I think that the early days offer a wide selection of really good vibes. There's still like the playlist that I put here is actually a playlist I made. And there are points where it gets to that like hyper wub aggressive Skrillex stuff because it walks right up to that before he kind of blew the door off. But there's also things like there's an artist called Skream, Skream. His first album is amazing. If you've ever heard the artist Burial, his album is amazing. The hyper dub label rules. Like this is a lot of really vibey music rather than being aggressive and fighty, even though there are some aggressive and fighty tracks on this list.
Very quickly, I listened to a couple of I'd log into Spotify. I haven't done it in a long time. Did that really quickly and listened to a couple to just get a theme for it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's like it's more subdued. So really quickly, if you'd said, and I'm going to put this in the notes, the dubstep playlist, if you said I could pick one track, listen to this, and this is what kind of gives you that feel for this genre. You don't have to say it right now. You can always think about it. And
I'm going to throw this one out there because I think it's a perfect encapsulation of what the genre is without actually necessarily fitting the genre. Okay. It is I think it's either Homeless or Homelessness, and it's by Burial.
Nice. I ask people that now because I'm like, not everybody has the time to like completely get into it. But I feel like sometimes it takes one track to get you hooked. And I'm like, that's what I always ask. What's that one thing that feel like, if this is what you took away, take this away, and then maybe that's all you get, right? It's like, for me, like Fugazi, it's like, you give me one song. I know that one song because I get it because I heard that it's in my ear hole. I may not know anything else, but that's that song, right?
And the answer to the Fugazi one is Smallpox Champion. I don't care what anyone else says.
Oh, really? That's the one. The one that is not the one I know, but I think
probably Waiting Room.
Yes, it is. Exactly, because that's the one.
Yeah.
Yes, what was the name of the band again? Homeless.
The Homeless is a song by Burial. Burial.
Burial. Okay. Great. Okay. Awesome. Let's move to drum and bass.
And then drum and bass is hip hop originated. It's a lot of the mid 80s electro stuff, but sampled, sped up, and most of the tracks are literally just samples of drums and samples of bass filtered.
Is there like a touchstone? That
there are.
Yeah,
there are a couple. Goldie's first album.
There's many, but it's like I got one in my head, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the one.
There's Goldie's first album, Timeless. Ronnie Size Represents, New Forms, which is usually the ones that everyone goes to. The playlist here is not a playlist I made. It's a playlist that was compiled, and it's just the Renegade Hardware label. And I think that their output is probably the best way to encapsulate drum and bass as a sound and a genre.
And Matt is actually adjusting. I put it on. Yeah, I'm horrible, but you know what? The worst thing you can do is type in something that you don't know what it is. So you're like,
it's fine. I just did that because I'm like, if you go looking for it the way that you have it, you'll never find it.
Matt, I completely embrace that. So I always tell you, Matt, put things in the doc that you want people to like. Because if I'm responsible for typing it in when I do my meetings at work, I'm like, oh god, I hope we got this right. So I always like.
So tell me I do want to stress that the album that's in this, Ronnie Size Represent New Forms, is not part of the playlist. It is no less an example of the sound.
Correct. So, this would be the one you'd point people to, but here's a playlist you like. And then this is part of this whole genre. This is one thing you point to. And I think that's really important because it's like music is so huge. There's so much of it. It's like whittle it down so I can have a representation that may want me to lead me to explore more.
The title track on that album has a rapper, a woman by the name of Bahamadia. She's from Philly.
Yeah.
She's from Philly. So
Bahamadia, I remember her. Yes. Man, it's great when I feel like, I know that. I don't feel as out of touch.
Yeah, the bump into the Jeeps is gonna rock right. Yeah, no, it's.
Oh my goodness, Todd is not so out of touch.
Nope, you are not.
I'm only up to date as of like mid 2010s, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that's closer than a lot of folks. So what have you been digging?
So. I'm very excited. I'm going to a lot of shows this year, which is great. A little bit of everything, a little bit of everything, Matt. I'm going to my first wrestling match.
Yeah, I saw that.
2000. I saw a weird WWE show in Pensacola in the year 2000. It wasn't even broadcast on TV. I don't even know why, because for some reason in the year 2000, 99, I got back into wrestling. And I've always been a fan, but I'm not like the guy that like is like hardcore, knows everything, but I stay in touch. And when Peacock had it where you could watch all the shows, I'm like, I'll get into this. I actually got back into it. I'm like, this is so much fun. So AEW I know nothing about, and they are coming. So I got a free ticket. The cool thing about being a veteran or actually a first responder is there's this organization called Vet Tickets, and they work with first responders and teachers too. They get companies to give them free tickets. So as a veteran, I ended up scoring this ticket. very cool.
Nice.
Appreciate everybody does this because it's great. And I don't think veterans should just be given things, but when they are, we totally appreciate it.
Sure.
So that's cool. But I'm going to like all these cool shows. And one of those cool shows I'm going to is Bruno Mars. Seeing him in May, I believe. My son has wanted to see Bruno Mars forever. Matt, he wanted to see when he was in residence with Silk Sonic. And tickets were $600 per person.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
There is no show worth $600. I don't care.
No. No one is worth that. I mean, it's like...
unless Joe Strummer is back from the dead, like, not even.
Exactly. It's like almost you'd have to like have people resurrected from the dead to show up. It's like
Tupac and Biggie on tour together as reincarnated ghosts.
I was going to say, it's every member of the Beatles. It's every member of Led Zeppelin. ODB
is back. Wu-Tang going on tour again.
That's the cost of necromancy, right? I mean, someone has to be sacrificed. It's not cheap. But in this case, Bruno Mars is touring, and he is this year. He is the spokesman for New Record Day or Record Day 2026. So he's the guy. Yeah. He's the guy, and so I'm very excited about this. And because of that, he actually has a new album coming out that is complementing the romantic. It's called. Not compilations, I got this wrong. It's basically all duets with other artists, so it's kind of a new release, which is cool. Which I love.
Was it made for this, or is it stuff that's?
Yes, it was made for this. It's coming out, which is very cool. I love that. It's like the Lady Gaga song, the APT song, and so many more that he's done with the different artists, which is very cool. So I'm very excited. So I did get the new Bruno Mars romantic soundtrack. With that came a poster from Electric Fetus. And I did not get the poster, went back to the store. They said, yep, we got some. We'll take care of you. Cool. It's framed. My son will have this. So, Matt, I think I explained this to you at a guy with ADHD doesn't need a lot of YouTube videos playing in the background when he's trying to focus. Music helps.
That's true, yeah.
And having vinyl allows me to be very focused on one thing and letting it go. I can't pause it. I can't do anything. It's over there.
Yep.
And this album is pure, like just low chill vibes, R&B focused. Bruno Mars' beautiful voice. It's leading me in, and it's been amazing. I like the album. It's great. Well, I told you I can't pause it, of course. Right. So going to a track, if I just turn it off, I put stop, it goes back. Selecting a track is very traumatic to me. Because I feel like I'm giving the record like trauma.
You're doing a disservice.
I know. I feel like I think I got it right. So I'm getting better at it, but I feel like my hand is just not the most like true thing. So I'm like, I asked Matt before this. I'm like, can I do anything? Like, no, you just have to.
If there is an answer, I don't have it anymore.
I think there are some record vinyl systems that actually does track select.
Yeah, you can. So like with a Lazy Susan, you can actually like you can lift the arm off, and then you can actually like use a control to like slide it along. It doesn't find the tracks itself, or at least the one that I had.
There's some that do though. I saw it's like they use the optical recognition.
There's probably some that do, and they're probably stupid expensive.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, what? I'll deal with this. I mean, as a kid, I had the same thing when I was selecting the record at my parents' house. I did the same thing, and I really didn't care. And they probably had far less expensive equipment than I have now. But I love it, and it's okay. I'm just going to be okay with it. I've been enjoying the vinyl. I've added a lot of things to it, and I've got a project, Matt, that I'm going to tell you after the show that I hope will make you actually kind of excited too.
I mean, getting the random DMs about your setup makes me happy. So it's fun. I am so excited to hear this.
I just want to be focused though, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just going every week and just doing this. I want to be very focused in the albums I buy.
Yeah.
And along the way, though, I'm asking the people at Electric Fetus are great. They pointed me to the app called Discogs, which is a great way to find albums that I wasn't aware of to create wish lists because there's certain things that are just out of print I can't find, and that's okay. But I also was like, what do I do about my CDs? Because now I want to free my CDs. So they're not actually in the loop either on CDs because they're selling a lot of CDs too. So like, how do you display them? So I did find a way to display some new CDs, which are great. And I'm getting all in some cool stuff. So that is Bruno Mars, and then lastly, the Sinner soundtrack, Matt. Oh my goodness,
I need to watch this movie.
Oh my god, it's so good. It blends so many genres of music. It's amazing. Blues, soul, modern music. It's got a really cool take on music throughout the eras of human existence. And this movie covers so many cool elements of like horror and also like cultural experiences. And there's also this movie has one of the best like extra credit scene, Matt, that you will even experience. You will absolutely just eat it up. It's so good and it's amazing. And Ryan Coogler and this I believe this album won the best soundtrack for the Oscars. And I think it did, because it's so good, because it covers so much. I will give credit to K-pop Demon Hunters for winning the best single, because that's a great pop song. So give them their props. But I absolutely love the Sinner soundtrack. It's great. It's hefty. It's two albums with 4 sides, and the songs are amazing. So again, but man, I want to tell you one thing that really makes me mad, but I will say this is what Bruno Mars did great on his album. He has a track list on the back of the album, which is amazing. So many albums don't even include the track list anywhere. But what did he include on the actual interior, Matt? Lyrics for every song. It takes me back when I was a kid. I bought a CD or whatever, and there's lyrics. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna memorize everything.
I remember figuring that out for the first time. Like, oh, these are song lyrics. Exactly. And I was like a 9-year-old kid.
I just hate the fact that they don't even want to tell you what the songs are on that album anymore. It just feels like, guys, we still want to enjoy this stuff and know what we're listening to. You have to be able to tell. I'm a moron.
I think that there is a way to do that incorporates whatever artistic vision that goes along with eliminating that from the outside, but you have to have it somewhere on the package. I think.
Or even what the album is and the artist. I'm like, guys, don't be so exclusionary to anybody who's buying your stuff. Art's great.
Because eventually someone just doesn't know and doesn't buy it.
It moves on. Yeah. Well, very cool. My journey will continue in this audio. And I just really love what I've been getting into. It's great. And I've got this cool new project involved that I'm like, so excited about. It's so fun, Matt. It's making me giddy about music. I haven't been in a long time because I'm like, music isn't making me excited anymore because it's everywhere, every place. And now I'm being a little bit more focused on it. That makes it more. When I used to make mixtapes, Matt, that brings me back. Mix CDs for people I liked and loved, and you know what? We should do that more. Even if it's just make yourself a playlist for someone you love. It's great. It shows that you are giving them your thought and your attention. So do that, folks.
Every Mother's Day and every birthday, I make a new playlist for my wife.
It's great. Your kids will love it. And I've been going through some old CDs that I made back in the bad old days of burning those things. And God, I have to look and see if I even get any of my old tape mixtapes. And I do have found
taping stuff off the radio. Man.
Oh my God. And like some of my girlfriends that I'm like, so yes. And they still even have digital tape decks too that you can add in. You can download those things in case your tape eventually dies, because it will. Yeah. So very quickly, Matt, we're running to the end of this, but this is kind of fun. So events or experiences or merch. So lead me on this path. So you've gotten deep into something called
Guild Ball.
All right.
So Ball. I started actually putting together some of my other minis that I have had sitting in boxes for a very long time. I put together basically the two that we have pictured here are the 2 boxes of Alchemists.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question quick.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Are these metal? Plastic?
These are metal. These are metal.
They're metal, so they are basically like, is that like a silver color? What is it, pewter?
It's like I guess it's like a pewter.
Okay.
So basically I'm using super glue and a super glue accelerant to keep them together. I do not. So I had in these pictures, I have what I could fit on bases, like in terms of like the slots, standing up. So like, there's one of the pictures where you see two figures actually just leaning on their sides because they don't have the little base things that go in the slots. So, but I did learn, if you scroll down to the next box, the red and black box, I did learn this guy right here. This is the first time I've ever bought
a tool.
No, not a tool, but like I bought like a high quality set of nippers that cut the metal apart, because they don't just come just parts in a bag. They come like attached to a sprue, so you have to cut them away. And this little guy made both of these teams go so quickly. The glue and accelerant and fitting all the pieces together is its own challenge, but usually, like with the last set of nippers that I was using, like they were just nippers that came in like a toolkit that I had, and they didn't really cut well. Like I'd have to spend way more time on like fine things. This absolutely just snapped everything away, and I had very little to do after. So if you are going to get into a hobby where you are putting models together of any kind, spend, like, these were $30. Like that $30 is the thing. You should spend that money if you're going to get into cutting models off of sprues and putting them together. Definitely spend this money. Now there are more expensive nippers that you can get. Like there's one called God Hand. I'm not ready for those yet, but
not the PlayStation game, but the
but this absolutely was an essential purchase for me. And when these are gone, I will buy more.
As a person who is trying to get into like woodworking tools and things, like there's a right tool for the right job. Absolutely. Sure. But obviously you can go overboard, you can do there. But starting with something that's appropriate is great. So I'm just going to make I guess a thought process through this. So like model kits, when you get them, a lot of them, you've got like a sheet of all these little parts.
Yep.
You've got all these things you need to cut out. And if you don't get them precise enough, they're not going to fit. Is that what we're dealing with here?
That's exactly
there's
what
like components. So but these are metal. So you have to be really precise. So it's not going to work well if you could like bring in a pair of scissors to get them apart. Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay. And so Gill Ball, you've got these characters that you're going to, that do they all come with these little bases?
So they all come with bases. Yes.
Okay.
The little robot buddy here in the bottom left.
He looks like he doesn't need it.
His base, like, it looks just like the others, but he doesn't have one of those little crossbars that'll stand him up.
Doesn't look like he needs it.
So I just left him right there.
Yeah.
And Flask, his name is Flask. He's just vibing. Like he's just hanging out.
So Matt, you've talked about Gill Ball and kind of like where you're at. So now you're at this point where I feel like you're
I've gone full figuring, as you said.
Exactly, you've gone full figuring. You're there.
I still have like 6 or 7 other teams to put together. So this ain't it.
Great. So these are teams. Is this a full team that you're showing?
This is essentially a full team. Each one of these boxes. Each one of these boxes is enough to play a game.
So really quickly, so Gill Ball, it's a tabletop game.
Tabletop, soccer,
like
fighting.
Sports game. Yep. But it's got like this element of fantasy and a little bit of a unique like cyberpunk element, looks like, because it's robots and things like that.
Yeah, it's themed around medieval guilds.
Got it. So you have 6 characters here. This is a full team. Yep. So if you were, could you know the names of these characters offhand?
So the little robot guy is Flask. Okay. He's your mascot.
So folks, please watch this. Matt's going to do his best to describe it without a visual, but at this point, if you can watch online, please do. So yes,
the gentleman behind Flask is Catalyst.
The hero. The hero.
He's doing like the Heisman pose, even though if in his other arm, I think he actually has a hand grenade. He doesn't have a football.
Yes.
The person directly to Flask's left is Midas. He is the team's captain. His arm that is held up.
Okay, leave me here. I've got my little mouse on there. Is that guy right there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Midas. Okay,
Midas,
he's a big guy.
His arm that's up in the air actually is made of gold. Moving to the right of the picture to the woman in the back, her name is Vitriol. She looks
like she's a ballerina.
She has an ability called Clone, where if you attack her, she can put that up and your attack does nothing. Next to her and next to Midas in front is Calculus, and right behind her is Mercury.
Okay.
These are the alchemists. They like to do conditions. So they like to put poison on you, they like to put burning on you, and they can use that damage to slow you down, take you out, things like that.
Very cool. So Matt, this is one team as part of Guild Ball. And obviously, you can paint these, do other things with them as you want. Mm-hmm. And you have a play field and other elements like that. And then, so really quickly with this, now that you've built this up, if people want to learn more about Guild Ball and how they can interact with that, where would you point people to? I
would point people to you can hit me up on BlueSky or Instagram. I'm infinite-rewind on BlueSky, infinite_rewind on Instagram, or there's a Discord called the Guild Ball Community Project. I will say, bear in mind, these are a bunch of very niche war gamers. So, like, if you come in asking questions, be prepared for the responses you might get. My biggest hurdle in talking to a lot of them is the fact that I'm not a traditional war gamer. This is the only one that I've played, and the only other one I've been interested in since playing it is the Gundam one we talked at the top of the show. So I don't have the wargaming lingo that a lot of folks do have, and I don't have the approach to this game from a wargaming stance that a lot of folks do have, because I come at it as a soccer fan rather than a wargamer. But I will gladly talk anybody's ear off. I will teach someone how to play online. If you happen to be in the Philadelphia area, I will find a way to get together, or I could teach you on the table, because I have enough of these that I can do that. So yeah, hit me up and I will gladly welcome you into the hobby. And give you a welcome that is appropriate for you, rather than just saying, well, this is how you do it, on your way.
Love that. Love that to pieces. So very quickly, so something I can speak about that I did is Bold. So I'm in a bowling league at my work. Yes, it's a co-ed league.
Hell yeah!
I have been part of this league for 14 years, which is crazy, because like, oh, Todd, you must be good. No, I'm not very good. I just play once a week, every other week maybe. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. And we've won the league probably twice. Nice. And it's just a very fun league where we try to get people into the team. My office, some people are retirees, some people are just not there. But it's like, it's been fun because you get to know people from different areas of the company and other people that are not part of the company. And you get people into a social element that may not have normally been invited to, because they are worried that they have to be good. And you know what? Doing something fun doesn't always have to mean you have to be good. You do get frustrated at times, because I get frustrated myself. But I mean, I was in a bowling league when I was in high school. I enjoyed it, but I didn't keep up with it. And now that I can do it again, it's just great. It's something fun. Get you in a group. It's like, why pick a ball successful? So you know what, folks? Find something where you can be physical a little bit. Just do something out with people. get out of your comfort zone, just have a good time and do something physical. It's great. And
even if you suck, the human interaction is the payoff.
Oh, absolutely. And then like you're at the bowling alley, and the bowling alley is just a interesting view of culture and people of all ages and things like that, Matt. And then it's like there's always music in the background, and because the sound systems are so horrible, it's always fun to be like, name that tune based on like the bass line or what it is. So it's always fun.
You hear this reverb garbage? What song you think it is?
Exactly. And I typically know what it is because it's old school music. They don't put a lot of new stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's fun. And fun fact, every we have a banquet, and then one year during the banquet, they actually you could win a bowling ball, and I won a bowling ball of the pin pals from Simpsons. I own that, and I need to get that ball re-drilled because it's an amazing bowling ball. I love it to pieces, but it's kind of like my symbol of excellence. So I don't even know if I'll ever re-drill it to use it, because I don't want that beautiful thing to be harmed or destroyed. So that's the bowling ball. So it's very fun. Go do something fun. Pickleball, whatever you like, but just do something. We got to get, nerds got to move. We got to make ourselves healthy. If you don't move, like Matt knows in healthcare, you'll be sitting there and he'll be waiting for you to get like observed or scanned, and he'd be like, oh shit, poor
you don't want to end up on my table. Just saying.
No, you don't want to know Matt. You don't want Matt to be working on something for you, because that could be bad.
I mean, that you're in a bad way if you got to my table.
I mean, you're in good hands.
Good hands.
Be accurate.
Yeah.
It may not be what you want to.
It'll get done, but it'll be safe. It'll be fine, because I will say that my attendings are good at what they do.
Absolutely.
And it makes them really easy to support. But that doesn't mean you want to end up on that table.
So really quickly, I think that ends our week. Sorry to cut you off, Matt, if I missed anything. If I did,
I just want to say one more thing, if I could. One, the experience. It is March 19th. March 17th was my anniversary of living in Philly.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day, my sister's birthday.
I left.
I
left March 14th, and it took me 2.5 days in a U-Haul. I ended up here 9-ish a.m. on March 17th, 2003. And this year in particular marks the year that I've lived here as long as I lived at home. So now I have officially been in Philadelphia longer than I was in Iowa. So it's an interesting thing to think about, considering.
I'm in the same boat, Matt.
Yeah.
I live in Michigan.
You're Michigan, right? Yeah.
Then now it's like I guess I'm close to being a Minnesotan, because at this point I had been in Minnesota since 2003. It's 23 years. I left the state of Michigan in when I was 24. So it's one more year. I will officially be, but I've lived other places since. So there you go. But I've been here since 2002. No, 2003. Sorry.
Yeah. So you and I landed.
One more year,
you and I landed in our places in the same year. That's wild.
It's kind of crazy. And then your son is, essentially a Philadelphian. Pennsylvanian.
He turned 3 on the 1st.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy. So it's like, you know what? You got your roots, but you got where you are. And that's what's important. Who you are now is often more important than where you started. But don't forget your roots. Because they are where you started. So,
from a mental health standpoint, your roots always catch up to you.
And you never know where you're going to go. I mean, guys, so many people are like, is this where I'm going to end up? No. You never know where you're going to end up. Until you stop breathing and where you end in the ground, your journey there is going to be a fun one. So enjoy and try to make as many friends. And if you can't make friends locally, make them online, and we'll make you find friends where you are. With that, Matt, what are you looking forward to next week?
So next week, I don't have anything specific because the thing that I thought was going to happen next week happened this week. New Guild Ball errata dropped this week, and that's the first errata that I was part of a playtest.
What's an errata?
So you know, like a balance patch for like Destiny.
Oh, sure. It's like a network blitz or whatever.
It's essentially that for a tabletop game. But I actually know that like next week is super light at work, so I'm excited to just binge stuff.
Oh, nice.
So
love it.
I know that we are doing for a book club at work. This month is Running Man, and next month is actually Project Hail Mary. So
perfect.
So I'm actually excited to start and finish. I'll start and finish Running Man quickly because I've read that before, but I'm excited to start Project Hail Mary because I did see that on the shelf like years ago, and I'm like, this probably is up my street. So
I won't show the trailer for Project Hail Mary, but that's what I'm excited.
You can show it. You can show it.
Okay, so I'm excited because I'm seeing that with the wife tomorrow. My son is probably going to meet us for dinner at Banh Mi, which is Vietnamese food.
Yeah,
that's what I call it. They got really they've introduced like Korean dogs and other things there, so we're excited. But I'm excited for this movie because Ryan Gosling, science fiction. Traversal throughout time to save the world, and it looks like there's something that was spoiled, but I feel like if they're spoiling it, it feels like that's okay, and there's more to it. So I'm excited for this movie. I love this. I know I have a lot of piles of shame, including The Martian and other things that I need to watch, but I just have enjoyed. Ryan Gosling's journey into a era of like, I just love seeing him in things because it feels like he's going to bring an element of comfort, joy, and competence that I don't always get in other things. So I like Ryan. He's fun. He's past the silent and brooding era, it seems like, to a certain extent, and he's just enjoying who he is. And
if there's one actor that I've seen benefit from being a total goofball on Saturday Night Live, it's Ryan Gosling. Like, he does that stuff better than most.
He's very good at it.
Yeah, right? He's very good at it.
And I think he enjoys it. And it's like, how many people can sing a Harry Styles song in front of Harry Styles and get away with it? And he enjoys it because it's like, hey, I can go back to the serious stuff if you want me to. I mean, and that's fine. And I'm glad that I'm glad that actors don't feel like I have to abandon all the fun stuff and I have to go on this path, because I feel like too many actors do, and it's like, guys, just balance it out. So we'll see where this goes. But
you live playing pretend, for God's sakes. Get weird with it.
Exactly. Enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
It ends too soon, and then you're just like, we'll see what this happens. So that is it for us in the best thing this week. It was an amazing week.
Record time, Todd.
Oh my good, Matt. Oh,
we're under 2 hours.
Holy cow, how did that happen, Matt?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's not going to be a last episode together, and we know that. And you know what? I think people are so happy that they get to hear from you, your opinions, your take on the world, and my take on being a tired guy. I made it through this without yawning once, so I'm giving myself credit.
You did.
I'm the MVP of this episode because of no yawning. Because
zero yawn, Todd.
That's not good for podcasting, Matt. It's not showing professionalism.
I think I am a professional.
I didn't know. Nobody even burped or farted on this episode either, Matt. So there you go. Kudos to you, my friend. Don't do it.
You didn't hear it.
Hold it back.
You didn't hear it.
Hold it.
You didn't hear it.
Oh well. You can hold it. Okay. Well, let's not jinx the spirits of podcasting. So with that, Matt, thank you so much. It's always been a joy. You're one of my favorite people to podcast with. Anytime I can do it. So with that, where can people find you in more spaces?
You can find me in the Fandom Foundry Discord. I'm Infinite Rewind there. DMs are always open. I'm on BlueSky, Infinite-Rewind. I am Infinite_Rewind on Instagram, and those are really the social media platforms that I use. Like, I know I have a thing on Threads. I just don't post there. I don't actively post there. Like, it's an auto post. I'm like, same on Facebook. Like, I actually did comment on something on Facebook like for the first time in like
good luck.
What feels like 10 years, but I don't plan on doing that again anytime soon. So find me in the Fandom Foundry Discord. We'll start there.
Perfect. Yes, guys. Matt's a great fount of information, all things video games, music, and now Guild Ball and miniatures and anime. So check that out. So for myself,
I'm a
Todd
weird
Oxtra,
onion, let me tell you.
That's okay. No, I love it because I like people with many layers. So you are a weird onion, but you're my weird onion, Matt. I love that. Bloomin' onion is delicious.
Yes.
Don't tell people any other reason why you shouldn't have one. Follow me at Todd Oxtra, at Toxtra if you want my personal opinion. But if you want to hear more about the cool stuff we're doing on this network, at the Fandom Foundry on BlueSky, Instagram, we have a YouTube channel, we have a Discord, we have a group, we have a podcast feed. Actually, check out our network podcast feed to get all of the good shows we do in one feed on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you want to read. We have now a network feed, which is great because you don't have to listen to just one. You got all them all. So with that, folks, if you want to talk about your best things this week, reach out to me. My DMs are open. We'd love to hear your opinions on the best things that you enjoy, from your ears to your mouth to your nose to your eyes. So with that, thank you all. If this wasn't your best week, make next week your best week ever. Thank you, Matt. Have a good night.
Night.